Hello everyone, myself Dr. Pooja Bhamre. Recently, class 10 CBSE maths paper was held. So in this session, we will dive into the solutions and insight of the MCQ part of the maths paper. So here we will see set 1, 35, 1. So let us start with the detailed solution of the MCQ part. So question number 1. Number is given to you and it is asked whether it is rational or irrational number. So we can easily find out that both the numbers are square numbers are there. So obviously square number is always a rational number. So the answer is A, positive rational number. So question number 1, answer is A, positive rational number. Question number 2, X and Y are given to you in the form of ABC and LCM is given to you. So we know that while calculating the LCM, we take out the different variables, that is ABC, and we put the highest power of that ABC. So here we can see that in the LCM, A cube is there, so which is the highest power. Then B raised to 4 is given to you. So here we can see that the highest power will come in the y, that is b raised to m. So we can calculate the value of m as 4. Similarly, we can calculate the value of n as 3. And the value of m plus n is nothing but 7. So question number 2, answer is B, 7. Let us move further. Question 3. For any prime number p, if p divides a square, then p also divides a. Okay. So again it is a very simple question. So question number 3, answer is A. Question 4, which of the following equations is the quadratic equations? So again, out of 4 options, you have to solve all the 4 equations which was given to you, and from that the answer is B. The quadratic equation is nothing but the equation with degree is equal to 2. So for rest of the equations, degree is not equal to 2. So your answer is B. B is your quadratic equation. Next, question number 5, x square plus bx plus b is equal to 0. Now here the condition is given that 2 real and distinct roots. Now we know that for 2 real and distinct roots, b square minus 4ac should be greater than or equal to 0. So here b square minus 4ac should be greater than or equal to 0. If you solve this particular thing, you will get b square should be greater than 4b. So out of 4 options, option number D is satisfied that b square should be greater than 4b. So question number 5, answer is D, minus 3. Next, question 6. Again a simple question was there. Figure is given to you and PQR divides the line segment in the 4 equal parts. So and the ratio of means the point Q divides PB in the ratio, that is you have to calculate PQ upon QB. So again very simple. So you can calculate PQ upon QB, which is equal to 1 upon 2. So question number 6, answer is C, 1 is to 2. Again this is a question from the probability, very simple question. The bag containing red balls and black balls and the ratio of 3 is to 7. So the probability that ball was drawn in black color. Okay. So again black color there are 7 balls. So number of favorable outcomes was 7. So 7 upon total number of balls. So required probability is equal to 7 upon 10, which is nothing but equal to 0.7. So question number 7, answer is C, 0.7. Next, which of the following statements is false? So here after reading the options, obviously the answer is A, 2 right triangles are always similar. This is a false statement. Rest of the statements are true. Next, again the question number 9, one figure was given to you and it is required to calculate CY upon YB. So here we can use the BPT theorem. So again this was a very simple question. So using BPT theorem, CY upon YB is coming out to be 1 is to 2. So I think most of the students have done this correctly. Next one, which of the following statements is false? So if you read all the 4 options, the option number B is the false statement, that is infinite number of tangents can be drawn to the circle from the point outside the circle. The true statement was there are only two tangents which can be drawn from the point outside the circle to the circle. So question number 10, answer is B. Next one, question number 11. Again, this is from the circle chapter, right? You have to find out the angle APB. Okay, now we know that from whenever we draw a tangent from the point outside the circle to the circle, the angle between tangent and radius is always 90 degree. So here from the figure we can easily say that angle PAO, which is equal to angle PBO, is equal to 90 degree. So these both the angles are 90 degree. So from that, from the square APBO, two angles are 90 degree. So rest of the two angles, the addition should be equal to 180 degree. Now reflex angle AOB was given to you, which is equal to 210. So you can easily calculate angle AOB, which is coming out to be 150 degree. So angle APB is equal to 180 minus 150. So answer is coming out to be 30. So question number 11, answer is D, 30 degree. Next, so let us start with the question number 12. One identity is given to you, 1 minus tan square 30 upon 1 plus tan square 30. We know that tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3. So if you substitute that value of tan 30, the overall value you will get as 1 by 2. So if you see the options, cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2, that we know. Okay, so the correct option is B, cos 60. Next one, question number 13. Again, this is from the applications of the trigonometry. Okay, so here angle of elevation is given as 45 degree. So tan identity we can use here. So if you use tan 45, so you can get the height of the chimney from the eyes of that particular observer, right? So from the, if you calculate that tan 45 is equal to 1, that we know. So the height of the chimney from the eyes of the observer is coming out to be 38.2, and here it is asked that height of the chimney above the ground. So you have to add 1.8 also to the 38.2. So the correct option is 40 meter. So question number 13, correct option is C, 40 meter. Next, one figure was given to you and sum of radii is given to you for the concentric circles, which is equal to 16 centimeter, and the value of AB is given to you. Now we know that AB is a tangent to the inner circle, so AP is equal to PB, so which is half of that AB. So AP is coming out to be 8. Now here, to calculate the difference between the radii, we are going to use the Pythagoras theorem, right? So one radius is R1, another radius will be equal to R2, and the third length AP, which is equal to 8. So if you solve this particular Pythagoras theorem, you will get the difference between radii, and the difference between radii is coming out to be 4 centimeter. So the correct option is B, 4 centimeter. Next one, a cone is given to you, height is given to you, and slant height is given to you. Okay, so from the height and slant height, we know that Pythagorean triplet, that 5, 12 and 13 is the Pythagorean triplet. So the third side is obviously 5 centimeter, that we come to know. Then it is, that particular cone is surmounted on the hemisphere. So the radius of the hemisphere is equal to 5 centimeter. Yes. So the entire height of the solid is coming out to be 12 plus 5 centimeter, which is nothing but 17. So question number 15, correct option is A, 17 centimeter. Then here one empirical relation is given to you and you have to find out the value of x plus y plus z. Now we know that 3 median is equal to mode plus 2 mean. Okay, so from that we can calculate the value of x, y and z. So if you substitute that value, so the correct option is 2. So question number 16, correct option is C, 2. Next one, when data is given to you, there are total 100 number of students are there, and median will be average of which of the two observations. So very first thing is you have to first write down the particular table in the ascending order. Now n is equal to 100 here. So we know that median is nothing but the average of n by 2th value plus n by 2 plus 1th value. So here n is equal to 100. So obviously median will be average of 50th observation and 51th observation. If you add the cumulative frequency column in the given table, we know that 50th observation is equal to 28 and 51st observation is 29. So the correct option is C, 28 and 29. Next one. The probability of getting composite number greater than 3 on throwing a die. Okay. So again a very simple question. We know that there are only two composite numbers greater than 3, that are 4 and 6. So number of favorable outcomes will be equal to 2 and total number of outcomes are 6. So here the answer to this particular question is 2 by 6, which is nothing but 1 by 3. So question number 18, correct answer is B, 1 by 3. Next, question number 19, assertion reasoning type of question is there. Assertion is given to you for an acute angle theta, sin theta is given to you as 3 by 5 and cos theta is given to you as minus 4 by 5. So here after reading the assertion, we know that angle is the acute angle. So for the acute angle, cos theta cannot be negative. So for the acute angle, cos theta cannot be negative. So here assertion is the false statement, and as assertion is false, the correct option is D. Assertion is false but reason is true. Then next question, this is from the arithmetic progression. One AP is given to you and 10th term from the end is given to you as 168. So very first thing is, first of all you have to calculate the number of terms. So number of terms are coming out to be 66. Okay, now 10th term from the end. So if you calculate the 10th term from the end, it is coming out to be 57th term from the starting. Okay, so if you calculate value of A57, that is 57th term, it is coming out to be 171, not 168. So your assertion statement is false here. So the correct option is D, assertion is false but reason is true. So here we have seen the detailed solution of the MCQ part of your maths paper. So you can comment your expected marks in the comment box. Thank you for your attention.